Hello and welcome to the Thrift Store Rundown, where we bring Hollywood home on a budget. Now, sit up, eyes forward, and no talking, except for asking questions, which is highly encouraged, because you're about to get some lessons on broadcast journalism and lessons on life by one of the finest teachers there is, Wendy Walker. As I will now hand over the floor to her so she can discuss this book, which I bought for less than $10. Producer, Lessons Shared from 30 Years in Television, co-authored by Andrea Kagan, with a foreword by Larry King.
My name is Wendy Walker. I'm Larry King's executive producer here at CNN on the set of Larry King Live. I am usually behind the scenes, not in front of the camera.
25 years. Can you believe it? 25 years, and the show is going off the air at the end of this year. And I have written a book really taking you behind the scenes of Larry King Live to tell you how it was really done. For example, the famous Marlon Brando kiss on the air, remember that?
Goodbye.
I got in trouble for that because I'm responsible for what goes on the air. Here he is kissing me after he kissed Larry.
He was a good kisser. So maybe that's why you liked it, because he actually was a good kisser.
It wasn't bad.
And that famous O.J. Bronco chase?
Simpson, the passenger in the car, has a gun at his head.
That night was really the beginning of reality television. There have been thousands and thousands of guests on this set. It is not who he has had on, it's who he hasn't had on. How about the day that Michael Jackson died?
The world's reaction to this stunning event.
We had to change the show 3 times. That was the beginning of that amazing story into the Michael we did not know. And there is breaking news during the show when you have to just start over when the show is on the air, such as the night of the Haiti earthquake. The list goes on and on.
Paul said, "I'd like you to meet my friend Wendy." I thought, okay. All of a sudden I flashed back to 3rd grade with my posters, and they were my 2 favorite Beatles, and I said, okay, he just called me his friend.
And oh, there was Mick Jagger. We finally got him after working on that booking for 17 years. And what about if a guest is late for a live show? Or if the guest walks off the set live on television? What do?
Don't you want to speak out?
No.
And they're the presidents, from Obama to Reagan, and celebrities from Gaga to Sinatra. I have great behind-the-scenes stories of Larry talking to Barbra Streisand and leaving me at lunch with Nancy Reagan. He's truly one of a kind. Before Larry King Live, I also covered the Reagan, Bush, and Clinton White Houses, traveling to over 50 countries and setting up U.S.-Soviet summits all over the world.
This is a fascinating book. I'm very proud of you.
Thank
You
you.
ought to be very proud of this book.
So come behind the scenes with me and pick up my book, The Producer. You'll get a sneak peek into the last 30 years of CNN.
So there's Wendy's explanation of the book. Thanks, Wendy. Here are the contents for this book, which costs $24.99 with retailers. Each chapter is a lesson on life, not just a lesson in broadcast journalism. And this is the beginning of the foreword by Larry King. Now, as you well know, Wendy Walker was the senior executive producer for Larry King Live on CNN, one of the stalwarts in broadcast journalism and color commentary. Every major news event under the sun over the last, quarter of a century, Larry has either covered or had someone else cover for him. Well, not have someone else cover for him, cover with him. Excuse me. But you name it, every single major news event, from the tragedy of the passing of Michael Jackson to OJ's Bronco chase, and every major news event in between, he was covering it. And Wendy was right beside him, booking guests and producing interviews, just being at the center and the forefront of it all. And that's a lovely little photo inset. Here's the thing I have with this book, which is the one thing I have against it. Be grateful every day of your life is in chapter 10, and it suddenly rings home in the acknowledgement section of the book. Chapter 10 is page 153, acknowledgments is page 291, and the acknowledgments in this book are profound and profuse. However, the acknowledgments disregard the Larry King Live audience. Wendy, shame on you. But other than that, this is a fascinating book that, over the summer months, should be worth your time. I know it's especially worth my time because I have final exams next week, and I do believe that final exams may have something to do with broadcast journalism. So I think it's quite fitting that this book is called Producer, Lessons Shared from 30 Years in Television, because that's exactly what you're going to get. Thanks for watching the Thrift Store Rundown, where we bring Hollywood home on a budget. Everyone have a terrific weekend. I mean, you're gonna need to, because finals for me start next week. And for now, instead of goodbye,
How about so long?